I know, I know. It's been a minute. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Hack Shack. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate, and happy in general holiday season because we're getting right into that. First of all, I want to say thank you for those who have hung around. It's been over 30 days since I've last posted anything. Life has been busy in that real life sort of way. Work is work, and it remains a priority because that's the main thing I do to bring in my half of the income to keep the machine running here at the house. On top of that, we took in a really cool exchange student from Spain this year that's going to be here for the whole school year, and that's been amazing. No complaints, but it has tweaked the schedule a little bit. So that's been a little bit of adjustment, but not much, and I'm all here for it. It's been an amazing experience so far. I'm also about halfway through an evening class I've been helping teach over at Ivy Tech. It's like one day a week from 6 to 9 p.m., and it's pretty fun. It's network related, which is right in my wheelhouse, and helping folks learn how to look at stuff on the wire with stuff like Wireshark, but trying to get folks who this may be their first time even looking at that kind of stuff. As you can imagine, that takes a bit of time as well too. Also, just got back from some time away from family recently. My brother-in-law and his partner got this awesome, beautiful place up at the Lake Michigan, which is a little bit colder of a Thanksgiving than I'm accustomed to growing up in South Carolina, but it was really cool in its own way and very neat. And I got to do one of my favorite things, which is kind of like build and tend to a wood fire in the fireplace, which is always kind of nice and cozy when it's cold out and the seasons are changing like they are. And during that time, I got to catch up on some just fun reading, some grading for that class, and just some other stuff and hanging out with folks, and of course, great food. It was a fun time and a great time to kind of recharge. Another thing that pulled some time away recently that I'm not complaining about at all was another fun workshop at the Propeller Makerspace here in Columbus, Indiana. And I got to do the usual thing where I got to help some kids solder maybe for the first time. We did those little cool flashlight kits, real basic, but it's a nice first intro thing. And we didn't have as many kids as we thought we were going to have, so we actually took the same group of kids, and we had some leftover, these little DIY laser cut Bluetooth speaker kits that require no soldering, but it's just assembling and stuff. And some of them actually opted to customize the top of them with some laser etching of their name or a character or something. So that was kind of fun. And they also had some other stations that I was not directly involved with, like with some Tinkercad stuff, I believe, and VR. And there was actually a welding class going on concurrently with that. So I think maybe some folks got to peek into that. So that was a fun time. Then there's the Hack Shack itself. And I'll be honest, it got way beyond what a normal person would call organized. And not that I've ever claimed to be a normal person by a long shot. I was cranking through projects and maker boxes and stuff without really resetting my space, and it got out of control really more so than I realized until it kind of just hit a breaking point. You may have noticed that multi-board thing on the back wall. It's been in some videos for a while, but for the most part, I think, until now, and you can't see it that well. I might throw some clips in here, but it was not really affixed to the wall. I was kind of gung-ho about making the whole multi-board thing and getting into that with the attachments and all that, but I kind of hit a point where my ADD kicked in, and I did kind of like analysis paralysis, because it's a block wall and down here in the basement in the Hack Shack area. And at first I was like, I'm just going to attach all these points with concrete, anchors, but that was going to just be crazy. And I was going to make Swiss cheese out of the block wall. So I had decided I'm going to put some kind of backer board up there, plywood or OSB or something like that. And I just kind of, since that I couldn't move on it that day, I don't know how if any of you actually, deal with some of the stuff I deal with as far as processing, but if I'm on a mission to do something and I'm doing it, if anything stops, it just kind of throws the train off the track. So that kind of just got messed up. But I got spun back up here, and I actually had some OSB in the garage that would fit. And I think I might actually make a whole video about that. But anyway, it's mounted up, and I've got some stuff up there now. There's various attachments. You can look up multi-board. I'll put a link in the description. It's a pretty cool system. There are some things that people could say negative about it as far as the time it takes to print but I don't know. I'm going to give it a shot. I kind of like it. There are things that are like it as well, like hex board or something like that. It's neat. I'm going to give it a go. We'll see how it goes. And that whole project itself, I might make a video about. I took some footage. I might put a little bit in here as like a little teaser and show you. I also kind of redid our desk. It was an old, when we moved in, it was like an old interior hollow core door. And I got a piece of butcher block and braced up and stuff, and made a little bit wider desk because I share this back here with my oldest kid. And mounted I had already mounted my monitors kind of on a wall mount, mounted the older kid's monitor, just kind of cleaned it up. Just in general, trying to get the workspace spruced up. Far from completed, but much better. I don't feel completely overwhelmed when I'm looking at my bench now. So hopefully that's going to lead to me getting back on track with stuff. Extra Life also took some time away from tinkering earlier this month. I think game day was on November 8th, and this was our 10th year doing it. I really love it. The typical thing is that you game, and some people stream. You don't have to. The whole thing is just like raising money for a local hospital, and we've always supported Norton Children's Hospital out of Louisville, and they serve the whole state of Kentucky and even, some of the southern region of Indiana. And I mean, I think in some cases people have come in from even further than that. Just depends on what the thing is, but it's a great organization. And this was our 10th year doing it. And maybe after this time, I believe we maybe have raised close to 8,000, if not over. So that's pretty darn cool. And I mean, as we're doing this for this year, up until New Year's Eve, until we go into the new year, we'll be fundraising for 2025. So I'll put a link in the description, or maybe I'll have a barcode up here, QR code. Please feel free to donate. We would love to have your support. It's a great organization. Feel free to do your due diligence and search. It's the whole Extra Life thing is part of the Children's Miracle Network now. It's 100% legit. The funds go directly to the hospital. It's only up and up. You have no worries about it being a scam or anything, but do your own research. If you don't believe me, you will see that I'm telling you the truth. But that's, there's a little bit of setup to that and a little bit of running around and trying. I didn't make it like a full-time job or anything, but just trying to drum up some stuff, make some yard signs, make some social media posts, see if I could drum up some interest, do the live stream. I believe as we do this, or as I'm recording this right now, I think we're up to about 760. The truth be told, a little bit lower than I was thinking we'd get this year. I always try to set a goal of like 2,000, but I was hoping at least we would have hit 1,000, but we have not. But if you want to help us hit that 1,000, that would be amazing. I know times are tough out there, and especially this time of year, everybody's asking for some help or your money. So no expectation or whatever. And I know a lot of you only really stop by my channel for the HackerBox stuff. Totally understandable. And I think right before we left for Thanksgiving weekend stuff, my third box arrived in the queue. I know I'm way behind. I got to catch up. I just do them as I can, and I have not had the opportunity to do that. But now, hopefully, with my stuff kind of getting a little bit more better arranged, I can get in here and knock some of those out. So I'm doing the best I can, but some people think that I work for HackerBoxes. I don't. I'm just a subscriber, a customer. I pay for my boxes. They aren't free. One of the reasons I started making videos was like, hey, I'll make a video of these, and then maybe in my head, that'll make me try to do them more often, because I still have a stack from before I even started. If you look at my first video when I started HackerBox videos, there is a giant queue from before then that I have not touched, except for a couple of odds and ends. So I'll do what I can when I can, as soon as I can. If you're waiting on that, I'm sorry, but we still will be giving away one of each of those boxes. I think they're holding back one of each of those types that I'm behind on. So I'll do the best I can. I'm sorry if you've been waiting on me to do this next one. I'll hope I can at least get a couple knocked out, before the end of the year. Sorry. Here's another cool thing I just wanted to mention in case if you've never heard of it before. It's always something comes up during the holiday season. It's the Sands puts it on. It's the Holiday Hack Challenge. It's one of the most fun and educational events of the year. I'm always looking forward to it. I've been kind of tinkering with it, sometimes off and on with the kids since 2019. And some years I get more into it than others. Just depends on what else is going on. I've actually completed it a few times, I think, now. It's always really fun, and it kind of goes from like beginner stuff all the way to pretty darn advanced stuff. And there is not a year that I have messed with it that I have not learned something or been refreshed on something that I had never played with in a while and have forgotten. So if you were into IT or security or Linux or networking, if you're kind of sitting around twiddling your thumbs during the holiday, but you got a laptop with you and some connectivity, it might be something to play with. Also, speaking of holidays, you may have noticed on the channel the past 2 years, we've done those cool Maker Advent calendars from the Pi Hut. They've been kind of centered around fun little projects that aren't too complicated, centered around like I think the Raspberry Pi Pico, or there's the Raspberry Pi Zero. I don't know. You'll look. I'll put it over here, whatever it is. But they've only made the 2, so there's not a third one for me to try or for us to crank through this year, which is kind of a bummer. But also, I'm a little bit relieved because I don't have to crank those out, because to stay on time, I probably would have been already having to have some of those banked up. But it's always fun, especially with my kids, to do those. There are a couple of fun soldering kits that are holiday related, and possibly another thing from Kiwi Kits, but sometimes I make shorts out of those. If you haven't seen those, you can go look at my shorts. Those are pretty, that sounds weird, look at my shorts. Anyway, You know what I mean? They have some fun holiday stuff. So there may be some things like that, but I don't foresee any kind of like dedicated boom, boom, boom advent calendar kind of thing this year. So sorry about that. But if you haven't seen those and you're interested in that, go check it out on my channel. There's some playlists, I believe, for each one of those advent calendars. And I also want to say this because it kind of feels like the right time. You know, breaks are going to happen. Real life is my most important thing, although my wife might disagree, but it is. And if it's not, I need to make sure it is my most important thing, right? My family, my work, my health, all that stuff is going to need to take a priority, you know, over this, because YouTube is not my full-time job. It's a hobby. You know, maybe one day it could be like a full-time job, or maybe after retirement, if it's, or whatever, you know, YouTube, who knows what's going to be around in so many years from now, but who knows? But yeah. And I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence too. I don't know if I want it to be my full-time gig, because then it would feel like work, and I think it would change things and how I feel and stuff. So I don't know. I'm torn about that. The way I look at this channel as it sits now is like I'm kind of just tinkering in my, you know, little basement room here, and I'm inviting you to kind of come in and hang out with me and see what I'm messing with. And I don't know. I feel like I'd lose some of that if it became like some kind of legit channel, and the stress is involved with that, and making sure you're hitting some kind of numbers to make income and all that. I don't know if I want to mess with that. I want this to be fun, and I want the people, you know, that hang out here with me to be people who kind of like what I'm doing, or want to see what I'm doing. And I don't want to have to stick to some kind of recipe or worry about the freaking algorithm or any of that junk. You know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's okay. And even if I lose folks, I probably will still keep posting the same kind of junk, and you can watch it or you cannot watch it. It's okay. You'll be okay, and I'll be okay. For now, I'm happy to keep it fun, and most importantly, to keep it real. I believe that's super important. There's a lot of folks on here that do not keep it real. Now, having said all that, I'm going to sound like a hypocrite now, because before I do close this out, I do want to mention the memberships. We've got one person in there. Thank you so much. And maybe they're lonely and would love to have your company as a YouTube member person. And I don't have any kind of like perks or anything like that right now, but I've got a pretty low, you know, entry amount to come in at. That just, you know, if that builds up a little bit, it helps me justify some of the money I spend on some of the stuff I tinker with down here and share. Again, I'm not getting rich. I'm not breaking even. This is not a job. This is fun. It's just more like helps me offset some of the hobby fee stuff that maybe I wouldn't be incurring if I wasn't doing some of this video stuff here. It would help me get a little more grace with my better half, if you catch my drift. So no obligation. You know, throw a like if you're subscribed. Thank you. If you want to tell somebody about the channel, that's okay too. I usually make a super mental serious point to not ask for likes and subscribes, but this time I'm just going to throw it out there. If you do watch my videos and you haven't subscribed, maybe consider it. And you know, if you want to put a couple of videos on in the background, I forget. Hey Ron, if you happen to see this, what's that special recipe for you know, 1.5x, or how many tabs they have going on? I don't know. Maybe Ron will throw in the comments. He knows what to do. And if you're watching this and you haven't checked out Ron's channel, check that out. And if you're watching this and you haven't checked out my fantastic neighbor, Retro Combs, go check his channel out. I'll put links in the description. He's got awesome retro content, and he's also got a new channel he's kind of split off that's more like tech stuff, but some of that does have some retro stuff, but fantastic content, great presenter, super pro. Go check his stuff out. The big thing is, I'm just glad you're here. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun when you do watch stuff, when I do put it up. That's the main thing. Let's all have fun and not get too serious. Anyway, this video is just to let you know, hey, I'm still here. I'm alive, and some stuff will be forthcoming. Just, you know, it'll be here when it gets here is essentially what's going to happen. I'll do the best I can within reason, without it making any kind of negative impacts in the rest of my life, because this is a hobby, secondary. Main life is priority. So hope everybody's doing all right, and I hope everybody's getting ready to have hopefully a great holiday season. Thanks for taking the time to watch this if you did, and take care. Oh, one more thing. I will put a picture up as I'm saying this. I have played around with stickers and merch, as you know, and one of the things I did recently was get a trial run of some beanies, and they've got my logo on there, but it's like a DTF print on like a beanie fabric, which is probably not the best combo. The logo, I imagine, is not going to last that long. These were done offshore and shipped in as a sample pack. The hats will be fine. They'll keep your head warm. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I got 4 of these as a sample. I'm going to give all 4 of those away. So if you manage to stay around this long, Throw a comment in there if you want. Just says, I want a hat. You got to be in the U.S. I can't do any international shipping on these. I got to keep it easy for me to do. There's enough stuff going on as it is. I'm sorry to my international folks, if there are many of you out there. It's just the way it is. Like, life is crazy right now. I got to have something I can just pop in a bag and drop it in the mailbox and I have to fill out a bunch of custom forms. I'm just one dude. This is not a business. Anyway, I got 4 of these I will send out. So if you put "I want a hat" in the comment, I will use that as the keyword to trigger on, and I'll do 4 random hits, and I will get these in the mail to you. So, they might get junky looking after a while, or you can just peel it off. But it might be a cool hat to keep your head warm as things get cold here. I guess that's about it. So anyway, take care, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.